right now. That was my first motorcycle wave to another motorcyclist, and it was awesome. Alright, hey, welcome back to Jackie's Motor Garage. If you've been on the channel for a while, you know that I am a very beginner rider and I document... Alright, let's try this again. Hey. Hey, welcome back to Jackie's Motor Garage. If you've been with me on the channel, then you know that I am a very beginner rider. I have not been on this motorcycle journey very long, and I am still learning the ropes. Today I thought it would be cool to talk about some tips that I have found that have been very beneficial to me as a beginner rider. This is my beginner tips coming from a beginner to help you on your beginner journey. And I think that they'll be a big help because they've helped me a lot. They've helped me a ton. So, my number one tip for you today is look where you are going. This might seem like a no-brainer. This might seem like, well, duh. But for me, as a beginner, I find myself looking down. I find myself looking at the speedometer, looking at the clutch, the brake. But the most important thing that I can do right now as a beginner is look ahead, keep my head up, and to go along with that is when I'm turn your head where you are going. And I've realized that this makes a world of difference. It is like night and day. If you can look where you're turning, then it leads the bike around that corner and it makes it so much easier. It's crazy because you wouldn't think that this is really something that you need to think about while you're riding around, but it's something that I forget often. So tip number 2 is, if you are able to, find a bunch of different motorcycles to try out. And I know that this isn't possible for everyone, and it's not gonna be like you're going out and buying a bunch of motorcycles and then finding which one works for you. But if you can get out to a demo day or to a dealership where you can just sit on some motorcycles and see which one ergonomically feels good for you and which one the weight feels good, then you are gonna, as I was saying, if you can go sit on a bunch of different motorcycles, or if you have a friend that has some motorcycles that you can go sit on and see what feels good, see what's not too heavy, see which position is most comfortable for you as a rider. Because when I first started riding, John was sure that the Grom was going to be the bike for me. And it was at first. I really enjoyed riding it. But as I tried other bikes, I realized that I really, really liked the DRZ. That was the most comfortable for me learning to ride, even though it was a lot taller. The seating position on it was great. And I really enjoyed riding that one. Even as a beginner rider, I was also set on jumping on a Triumph, which is kind of my dream bike right now. And after getting one and sitting on it, I realized that it wasn't the right one for me at this time in my journey. The seating position was a little more aggressive for me, and the bike was pretty heavy compared to ones that I've practiced on before. So it wasn't going to be the perfect bike for me at this time. So again, I know that people don't have husbands that are constantly picking up bikes to sell or to try out, so you don't have the luxury of trying out a ton of bikes. But again, if you can get to a demo day or a dealership or have some friends with motorcycles that you can try out, then try to find one that you are the most comfortable on, because that will make a big difference. Number 3 tip for a beginner is find a location that you feel comfortable riding around. And you don't want to be somewhere where there's going to be a lot of traffic, a lot of cars around, a lot of people. You definitely don't want to be learning on the freeway or on any busy roads. So I got pretty lucky with the neighborhood that we're in. It's pretty low-key. There aren't a lot of cars around. As long as I don't go out when school is getting out, then there's not going to be a lot of traffic for me. And so I don't have to worry about getting nervous, because I get pretty nervous if there's a car behind me. So find a good practicing location that you have plenty of space and where you're not going to be running into cars. All right, so number 4. All right, for number 4, try to find someone that you can practice with, an experienced rider, someone that kind of knows the ropes, that can give you some tips and kind of guide you on your journey. I got lucky with John. He's able to go out and film me so that I can kind of see where I'm at, get my progress, and he gives me a bunch of tips like don't let the clutch out so fast. But having someone there with you to either ride with you or to watch you and then give you tips has been very beneficial to me. Even just having all of you guys watch my videos and then comment with things, and having you guys watch my videos and comment with different things, giving me tips and your perspectives and your things that you learned along the way has been a big help for me. So I would definitely try to get someone to practice with. I'm sure it would be a lot easier than trying to learn on your own and figure it out on your own. All right, for number 5, be confident in yourself and be patient. It's so easy for me to get in my head when I'm riding around. I get in my head so much and then I feel like I can't do it, and I'm just not confident. But if I can just get out of my head and realize that I'm actually learning and progressing and doing a lot better than I was the first couple of times that I hopped on a motorcycle, then the riding goes a lot smoother and I'm actually really enjoying it. So give yourself some space to learn and grow and progress. So be patient with yourself, because as I've heard from many of you guys and that you've reminded me, is that everyone who is learning to ride or knows how to ride has been in the same position that you are right now. That was my first motorcycle wave to another motorcyclist, and it was awesome. And be patient, because we're all on this journey together, and everyone has had their stumbles and their falls and their mistakes. So don't think that you're the only one that stalled a million times, because as you can see, I stall a ton, and I'm still learning, but I'm having fun, and I'm gonna be kind to myself and just keep on learning. As a bonus, let me talk about this bonus as I let these cars go by. As a bonus, if you can, and I've talked about this with myself and how I'm not actually able to do this at this time because I have a newborn baby and it just doesn't make sense for me right now. But bonus tip is, if you can get out and do a motorcycle safety course, then do that. Get all those tips, get all the help that you can get, because why not? Get all these tips to help you be a better rider, a more proficient rider, to just help you along the way. You'll get a lot of info that you wouldn't necessarily get from just riding around or talking to other people. You'll get a lot of practice. I'm going to give you another bonus tip. Here's bonus tip number 7. Seat time. Get your booty on that motorcycle and go around and practice, because that is what is going to help you the most, and that is what has helped me the most with my journey, is just getting on the dang motorcycle and going around the neighborhood. That's what's helped me a ton. So what are some tips that you've learned as you've been riding your motorcycle? What would you tell some beginner riders? What are some of your tips for me? Just let me know in the comments below. What's helped you in your motorcycle journey? I have to say, this Kawasaki Vulcan S is a very comfortable ride, especially as a beginner. I'm really enjoying it. And it's one that I never would have thought that I would have liked riding if I hadn't had tried out multiple bikes and seen what worked good for me. Alright, if you like the content, if you enjoy my videos, make sure you like and subscribe, leave a comment below. Tell me about your beginner journey. And I'll catch you on the next one.